today. That means there are more slaves now than there ever has been in history. Human trafficking has recently been described as the fastest growing criminal enterprise. The enemy's relentless pursuit to enslave this generation, both spiritually and physically, is growing at an immeasurable pace. It's time that the body of Christ wake up and to see with Christ's eyes what's going on in the world today. We have a new shipment in here for you.
All right. Well, it looks like we have a nice young boy here. I don't know where he came from, but he must have been well fed. He's got good muscles. He can work 16 hours a day with no food or no water. It wouldn't be a problem. Where would you like to start the bidding at?
Let's start the bidding with $300. Can I have 300? 300. Can I have 400? 400. Can I have 500? Come on, guys. He's a growing boy. He works 16 hours, no food, no water, and he's got plenty of years left in him. Can I see 500? 500. Sold.
Human trafficking victims are usually displaced people. Refugees, runaways, and the most impoverished people of the world are the easiest targets. Some victims are lured into slavery with a false promise of a better life.
Row! Come on, guys, row fast. We'll never get there at this pace. Come on, make the bail faster. My feet are getting wet. All right, guys, slow down. These are where our nets are. Get down and get the nets.
Help me, you guys.
What is taking you so long?
The nets are stuck.
Get down there and get them.
But I can't swim.
I don't care if you can't swim. You want to eat tomorrow, get the nets.
There are over 7,000 slaves on Lake Volta in Ghana, West Africa. They range from the ages of 4 to 14. Every child on that lake has a voice that is not being heard. It is our job as the body of Christ to wake up and hear the cries of the forgotten.
Hello, Mr. Black. It's nice to have you back with us today.
Good to be back.
If you come with me, I'll show you the new merchandise.
Okay.
This is the newest of the three. And this is the youngest. Or if you prefer something different.
No thanks. That's not my cup of tea.
Okay, we'll go back over to this.
All right.
Which one will you prefer?
How much for them both?
There are 40 million prostitutes in the world today. Sex trafficking brings in a reported $58 billion a year. One prostitute makes the average pimp or madam $250,000 a year. 98% of prostitutes were sexually abused before the age of 15. Only 40% enter into this business by choice. The other 60 are bought, tricked, or kidnapped.
Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "He who accepts evil without protesting against it is really cooperating with it."
In Luke chapter 15, verse 4, Jesus tells us to go after the one that is lost.
We are all called by God to make a difference. It is time for us as the body of Christ to stop turning a blind eye to the injustices of the world.
Everyone is born with a desire to be loved, but how can they find true love and true freedom if we don't show them the way?
Jesus relentlessly went after the forgotten, the shunned, and the unwanted. He is calling us to stand up for the oppressed, speak for those with no voice, and to defend the helpless.
Jesus is calling us to relentlessly go after the one.